Andrea. It's really nice to be here in Bogota. It's a beautiful city. I come from a beautiful city as well. It's called Trujillo. Do you know where Trujillo is? It's a city in the coast of Peru, about 8 hours from north of Lima, the capital. We have beautiful beaches, ceviche, and a wonderful dance called marinera. You should visit it sometime. In Trujillo, we have great schools called Sir Alexander Fleming. That's the school I attend. Fleming has changed a lot during the last few years. Why? Because the world is changing. We have now new kinds of technology. We know new things about learning, and we are living in a globalized world. There are new tools available for us, like blogs, websites, virtual study rooms, and the world is not the same as when our parents went to school, particularly in Latin America. Schools and students must adapt to these changes. Must be ready to learn things, we must be ready to unlearn things, and we must be ready to relearn things. The concept of learning, unlearning, and relearning comes from Alvin Toffler, an American writer and futurist. He said, "The literateurs of the 21st century are not the ones who cannot write and read, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn." But what do I mean by learning? Let me give you some examples from when I was in 6th grade. When I was in 6th grade, I had to learn the periodic table. My teachers had us memorize little by little. We have lots of exercises and exams. Now I know the periodic table. Do you want me to recite it to you? No? Okay. One of my 6th grade teachers taught me about prepositions in Spanish. We memorized lists of prepositions, and we spent hours on this. Hours. I still don't know them. I learned a lot in 6th grade. I gained a lot of knowledge. I did well on my exams, but to be honest, I don't remember much of the things I memorized. I learned, but now I think I have to unlearn a little. I am seeing changes in my school. The way of learnings are changing. Sure, you are asked to memorize things now and then, like math formulas or historical dates and so on. We are being asked to learn in new ways. We are not only asked to absorb knowledge, but to process it, think about it, and use it. That is a big change for us. Nowadays, my history teacher asks us to remember important dates and places. I can tell many facts about the Peruvian history. I know all the important battles, generals, presidents, and leaders. So, we memorize things. But our teacher asks us to do more than facts and dates. He asks us to think about them, analyze them, and have opinions about them. We are asked to contrast them with other events. We conduct our own research. We don't just remember presidents' names. We consider the consequences of their actions. We don't just memorize dates. We see them as a part of a chain reaction. We don't just recite facts. We consider alternative scenarios. We are in the process of unlearning. We are learning not just to depend on memorizing and reciting. We have to take up new ways of learning and to meet the challenges of the 21st century. Now we are relearning. We use computers. We are bringing our laptops in schools. We are learning to consult the biggest encyclopedia in the world, the internet. Nowadays, especially as a secondary student, my teachers expect me not to be just satisfied with the information they give me. My teachers expect me to teach them. Me, teaching a teacher, that is something that put me through the process of learning, unlearning, and relearning. That relearning has advantages. We can do our homework on our computers. I couldn't do this in primary school, but now I can, and it's fantastic. When I was in primary school, I spent hours doing my homework out by hand. Now I can do it quicker and easier. There are other advantages to combining technology and learning. There are topics I find confusing, like science. It's not about learning the periodic table anymore, like when I was in 6th grade. Now I need to be able to understand physics. But with the internet, I found lots of help. Videos, science pages, and so on. It really helps. You guys should try it sometime. And how about YouTube? Do you like YouTube? Isn't it great? I'm not just talking about listening to the latest videos though. I'm talking about virtual teachers. I recently missed a few classes at school, and I didn't know how to catch up. I took the list of topics and searched them on YouTube. I found a teacher with a virtual physics lesson. It was just as good as the teacher I have, maybe a little better. And what about asking questions? Can you ask a virtual teacher questions? Of course you can. You pose your question and then the teacher posts the answer. I had to forget about the old ways of learning and learn to learn in a different way. It's new, exciting, stimulating, and it's very different from the old ways of learning. The students at my school and students all around the world are relearning to learn, some of them without even realizing it. We are learning to learn. We are doing this not just in our classrooms, not just for exams and our grades. We are relearning so that we can meet the challenges of the 21st century. My advice for you as a student of Fleming is to be ready to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Learn from your teachers all that you can. Be ready to give up all habits of learning when you have to, and adapt yourself to new ways of learning. Enjoy all the new things that this century has to offer, but don't be satisfied with the gathering information. Use that information so you can go on and do better things. Meet the challenges of the 21st century by sharing what you've learned. Use what you've learned in school to solve problems that the society faces. Use those tools to discover new things. In Peru, in Colombia, in Latin America, and the world, we students are learning, unlearning, and relearning. Let's use that to make a better world. Thank you.